Hello. Welcome to another video where I talk about stuff. I was trying to sleep for the past hour and a half because I was a little tuckered out. But, I was unable to because I was thinking too much. You know, when you think too much and you're not able to sleep? That was me. I was thinking too much and I was not able to sleep. Oh, okay. Not going great already. Anyway, if you're here, you probably know the reason I make these videos is to talk about things that I don't talk to anybody else about. I guess I'm gonna give an update from the last video. That's not happening anymore, unfortunately. But this is not a good situation for me. Yeah. Sent me a text message earlier today before my exam. It was a little distracting before the exam, to be honest. But she was like, yeah, this isn't working for me. Nothing to do with you. You're a great guy, but it's not working for me. Basically that. I'm glad that she told me. It's not a luxury that I'm used to particularly. So that was good. So I know, and I'm glad you told me before things got too serious. But it still sucks, you know. But after it happened, I went and got some ice cream and just ate it in my car while listening to music, like an emo kid, I guess. Oof, that kind of helped. But then I was really tired because, you know, cried a little in my car. Get a little tired after crying. Also had an exhausting exam. Okay. What do you do? Okay. Freaking out. Anyway, started trying to go to bed, and then I could not go to bed because I was thinking too much, as I said at the start of the video. I guess one of the main things I was thinking about is, like, in terms of a relationship, what exactly am I expecting? Because, like, I don't have a lot of dating experience. I had one girlfriend, and we broke up like last year. Oh, red key. I'm doing butt cheeks right now. I must be too tired. Oh. Oh wait, why does it chase the fly? I didn't know that. Anyway, I think I don't know if what I'm looking for is like a relationship or I'm looking for I don't know, like a best friend or something. I don't really know. Cause like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I think I probably am looking for a relationship. But I don't really know how to go about doing that at all. You know, I kind of just get lucky. That's how it happens every time. I kind of just get lucky, and then I realize, oh crap, I gotta do something. I'm getting lucky. Okay, what's it? Why? Whatever. That was a dumb way for me to say that. But yeah, I feel like I kind of just fall into these situations, and then I like, yeah, finally, and then I don't really know what to do, and I just figure it out as I go. And I mean, my last relationship, it turned out fine, but I think that was partially because I had a wingman, kind of, so that wasn't like entirely me. But that's not a good item. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I guess basically what I'm trying to say is I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing at all. I fall into these situations, and this is probably, and some people get offended when they get called this, but I think I'm kind of easy. That doesn't mean I don't have like standards or anything. I have standards, but like, I don't think I'm not looking for a lot really in a relationship. Well, okay, so my first relationship, she liked me, and I liked that she liked me. And when I really think about it, I don't really know what else I liked about her. I mean, she was pretty, but like, she didn't have any of my interests at all, and that made it really hard to talk to her about things that I enjoyed. Because whenever we would talk, I would bring up something I enjoy. Because I think that's how conversations are supposed to work. I don't know. Maybe I was being annoying, but I bring up something I enjoy, and then she's clearly not interested at all. And it just kind of hurts, if you know what I mean. Like when you're trying to talk to somebody about something you're interested in, and you can tell that they just don't care. Like, I know sometimes people talk to me about things that I don't really have an interest in. And like, I don't really know what to say sometimes. Or sometimes somebody will say something to me and I don't really know what to say in response. But I feel like with her, that it wasn't really the same thing. It felt more like, I don't know, when somebody tries to talk to me about something I'm not really interested in, I try to ask questions so I could figure out more about it, I guess. But whenever I was talking to her, it felt like I was just annoying her. And I think that's probably something that stuck with me, because I feel like whenever I talk about things now, I feel like I'm just annoying whoever I'm talking to, and that it's not conducive to having a conversation. I don't know. And like, now whenever I talk about things that I like, it kind of sucks, because like, I don't know, it's just hard to talk about things that I like now. Because I don't want to talk to somebody and then they just like clearly do not care at all, and it just sucks. I think it's probably made me a little bit of a boring person, I think. I don't think I'm that interesting. I mean, I do things that I find interesting, but I don't think most people would consider me an interesting person. And I don't know. Like, for example, I like playing video games, as you can clearly see. But I don't I mean, recently I showed somebody Binding of Isaac because it's a game that I really like, but I don't really tend to do stuff like that very often anymore because I don't know, I don't want to come off as annoying, I guess. You know, there's another thing. I'm really worried about how I come off to people. Like, I don't know when this happened to me. I don't know when this happened. I don't know why I apologize so much. I don't know what I'm apologizing for. Like, I'll apologize when sending a message, and the message doesn't really matter. Why do you need to apologize for that? I know that I'd get annoyed if somebody kept apologizing for everything all the time. So I don't know why I do that. Maybe, sure, I'll take that. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. You know how I roll, I just think while I play the game. I don't like this boss. I guess basically, it's like my catchphrase. I guess basically what I'm trying to say is, I don't really know how I became the way I am, because I don't think I used to be like this. I didn't used to worry so much about what other people thought of me. I didn't used to be afraid of annoying people. I used to just be annoying, I guess. And I used to talk a lot about things that I was interested in, and now I just don't do any of that, and I don't know. I'm gonna move on to another topic. I don't really. Okay. New topic. I don't really know what's so attractive about me, to be honest. I don't understand. I guess that's part of why I feel kind of insecure in relationships. I don't understand why people. I don't understand why they would want to be with me. Maybe it's because I don't see myself very highly, and that's why I don't understand. That's probably it. But I don't think I'm like the most attractive guy. And I mean, yeah, I consider myself to be I'm not gonna take that. I consider myself to be pretty smart, but I don't think that really matters. And you already know I think I'm boring. So I don't understand why somebody would be attracted to me, and I think that is part of the reason why I feel insecure in whatever relationships. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, I don't really get complimented very much. That's probably a thing for all guys, to be honest. I don't think guys tend to get complimented very often. If I did, it sure would help me to understand what's so great about me. I don't really see it. I'd like to know. I think it would improve my mood somewhat. It might increase my ego, though. I don't want that. I think that would be annoying. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I just don't get it. I really don't see what's so appealing. And I guess maybe that's part of the reason why I don't really go out of my way to try to find relationships. Once I get into it, like once I'm in that situation, I try real hard, I think, to seem interesting. Oh, I shouldn't have re-rolled that. I got duty butt cheeks. Yeah, but yeah, once I get into like a relationship type situation, I try real hard. Because the thing about me, I don't really care that much about myself, really. I mean, I don't like hate myself, but like I care more about other people than myself for the most part. And I gotta stay alive, obviously, so like I wouldn't, for the most part, I wouldn't sacrifice myself for, oh, I was already here. For the most part, I wouldn't sacrifice myself for somebody. But, okay, stay away from me. I don't know, if it was a friend, I probably would sacrifice myself for somebody. But, I want to make other people happy. And if I can make other people happy, then that would make me happy. That's kind of my outlook on life. That's kind of why I do the things I do. I want to make other people happy. That's kind of why I want to go into game development. I want to do something that brings joy to people. And I want to do it in a way that I know I can be proficient in. And I'm, not to toot my own horn, I think I'm pretty good at programming. I'm not like the best, but like I'm a very fast learner, and I've been learning quite a bit. But video games help me through like the hardest times in my life. And I know some people think, you know, video games are a waste of time. And I know that I don't consider it the most important job in the world. But it's the thing that I want to do because I know that it can bring people happiness, because it brought me happiness when times were hard for myself. But I don't even know why I brought that up. I don't remember why. I don't like these enemies. My mind's all over the place if you couldn't tell. Oh yeah, I remember now. I just want to make people happy. And I guess part of that is I want to find somebody that I can make happy. But I don't know what about me makes people happy. Because I don't think anybody's ever told me. And I can't like identify it myself. So it's just kind of difficult. I really want to make somebody happy one day. I want to make one person happy one day. I don't want that. Oh, that is duty butt cheeks. Okay. Wait, actually it's not that bad. Ooh, pretty good. Yeah, I guess. I just want to be able to be the person, one person in someone's life that make. No, that sounds stupid. Let's stop. What are you trying to say? I guess I want to find somebody that I make happy and they make me happy. But that's just a normal relationship, so stupid. I don't really know how to say what I'm trying to say.
Luck down.
That's great. Love that. I'm gonna re-roll that. Done. How do I say what I want to say without sounding dumb? I guess what I said that wasn't all I was looking for. I want to find somebody who I can make happy by talking about the things that I like to. And I want to be happy being able to talk to them about whatever they want to talk about as well. I don't know, that sounds dumb as well. I don't know, man. Just a big old chud. Oh, that's a noose. I can't use it. I'll take this for the luck, the soul heart. I could still fly. Oh, never mind. What am I trying to say? I know what I want, but I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to put it in words. I guess I want to be in a relationship where I know that I make the other person. That's what I want. I want to know that I make the other person happy. That would be the best thing to me. I want to be in a relationship where I know that I know for certain, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that I make the other person happy. And that would make me happy. Just knowing that I make that other person happy, 100% sure. And I don't really know if I need anything else. I think that's all I need. I just need to know that I make that person happy. And like, they don't like hit me or something. Extra added bonus, they don't beat me. Oh, just a minute. Okay. Can you move? You're in the way. Oh, and I want to be able to talk to them about anything. But that's kind of like a best friend thing. But, you know, I don't think I could get a best friend, because, like, everybody already has a best friend. Everyone except for me, I guess. But it's hard to get a best friend in a place where everybody's already best friends with somebody else. And then that means I can't talk to people about the things I'd like to talk about. But that's like part of the reason why I want to get in a relationship, because then that's somebody I know that I could talk to about anything. Or at least I should be able to talk to them about anything. And these items are terrible. I don't want any of these. I guess I'll take this. I'm a little bit faster now. That's awesome. I think there's a battery in the shop. Let's go check. I could use sharp plug. Or I could just reroll for a battery. Ooh. I gotta find another coin somewhere. Wait. Really? I'll follow that actually. There we go. Yeah. When I think about it, I just want to be in a relationship with somebody that I know for a fact I make happy. And someone I can talk to about anything. Because sometimes I need someone to talk to, you know? That's why I made this channel. It's because I don't have anyone to talk to. Here's to hoping that changes 2026. Probably not. Well, let's see. If anything can happen, maybe I'll fall into a relationship again. Okay. So it did not help me. Maybe this chest in that room will give me a key, or not key, some money. Then I could duplicate everything. Oh wait, I could duplicate everything in the shop right now. And then I can re-roll it with the duplicated D6. I'll use this first. Good item. Fine item. Okay. Okay. Actually terrible. Does this give me bombs? It does. I could roll it again. Actually great. That. I'm gonna do this room down here. Sorry if you came here for my issues. I'm playing Binding of Isaac. I'm locked in at the moment. Maybe this is why I can't get a girlfriend.
Infested?
Oh. Oh. Oh, I don't want that. Should have blown it up for the thing. Whatever. Let's go to the next floor. 'Cause What was I? What else did I want to talk about? I'm not feeling super tired yet, so that must mean I'm not happy with how I am. What am I don't know what I'm saying, man. I sent the girl I was talking to this my first video, and if she watches it, she'll probably watch the second video. But I didn't say. I think I sent that to her because I wanted her to know what I was thinking about, like during this little span that we ratted out. But be weird if she. It'd be kind of awkward if she watched this one too. I don't think I have to worry about that. I don't think I'm gonna gain a new subscriber or anything. I doubt she's gonna check back in on this channel in a few days' time, so I think I'm good to post this. I gotta say, I wish I wasn't so awkward, because it sure would make things a whole lot easier. I don't really get how some of these people do it. How do you not struggle to talk to people? It doesn't really make sense to me. I think talking to people is always something I've had a little bit of trouble with. I don't need that. I don't need that. I'll buy both of these. I mean, talking to people is something I've always had trouble with. Well, at least after middle school, I've had trouble with. I don't really know what happened in high school. Oh wait, I think I do know what happened. It's because I was. It's because of the people I used to hang out with. But there's a reason that I don't hang out with them anymore. That doesn't really matter anymore. Where is it? Am I dumb? User brain. This doesn't seem right. Oh.
Ace of clubs.
Sure. You know, when she sent me that message, my heart like sank. It was kind of crazy. It didn't feel. Oh. I think because we weren't like actually dating. Or I don't know. I don't really know how it works. I don't have a lot of dating experience. When I got with my ex-girlfriend, we hadn't even gone on a date before. I just asked her out, so I don't know. But I think since we weren't actually dating, it doesn't hurt as much, and I'm happy about that because I can still be friends with this person. With my last relationship, the way it ended, that was so upsetting. Can I be honest? That was really upsetting. Here, let me provide some context. I don't think I've told anybody any of this ever, but So in September, I believe. Oh, are my guys evil now? Oh, that's great. Appreciate that. September of 2025. It's 2026, right? Can I destroy this? Mom's knife. September 2025. No, not September. November. Okay. We'll start it in October, actually. I think that's when whatever this is started. No, it was October 2025, right? Halloween is coming up soon, and things were already starting to change. I noticed, but I was just thinking, oh, it's just because we're new to college or something. Sorry. She's like, so before in high school, we went to a small school. So I guess there weren't a lot of people to talk to, really. But in college, she started wanting to go to like frat parties and stuff, and you might be able to tell by how I act, but I'm not really a party person. And I don't know, I felt uncomfortable kind of with her going to these parties. But I went to one with her once, and I just wasn't really a fan of it. But I went because she's my girlfriend, and just the kind of you do things you don't really want to do sometimes. That's the way I do it. I'm like, maybe I'll end up liking it, and I did not end up liking it at all. I actually hated it. It was terrible. But I'm not like that kind of started. This wasn't in October. This was like the start of the school year, by the way. But that was kind of the start of the changes, like the difference between us kind of showing its face. Because in high school, it didn't really matter because we were similar enough, I guess. I don't really even know if that's true. I think she just liked me for some reason. And so we dated for the entirety of high school. Anyway, starts going to frat parties every so often, and I'm like, I'm not really down with that. I don't vibe with that. Low key. On God. Don't want that. Chaos. Anyway, around the same time, she's like, I want to start wearing more showy clothes. Like showing off cleavage and stuff, I guess. I'm like, okay, if you want, I guess. Because, like, who am I to try to stop somebody from doing what they want to do? It's just, I don't know. I feel like that's, kind of controlling. Am I wrong? I don't know. It's just the way I saw it. I felt like that would be controlling of me if I was like, don't go to these parties, that makes me uncomfortable. And, you know, it was kind of a big shift from how I had seen her before, because we went to a small high school. She was never like that. Like, she never did stuff like that in high school. Isaac! Anyway. Around the same time, I start telling one of my high school friends, oh, she's getting really into these frat parties. And he's like, dude, that's bot behavior. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, nah, she wouldn't do that. Like, I told her about it, and she's like, bruh, she got really offended. But, oh. She starts hanging out with these, I think, like, exchange students from El Salvador. And, she starts, like, staying up, like, to, like, 2 in the morning sometimes with these people. And I'm fine with that, because, like, around that time, I was staying up pretty late, too, getting into, like, Deadlock, playing with my new friends from my club that I had just joined. So, like, yeah, that's, I mean, yeah, you're gonna make friends in college. But Halloween comes around, and we don't really know what to do for outfits. I wanted to do, like, kind of a cosplay outfit, but she doesn't care about my interests at all. I mentioned this earlier. She didn't care about my interests, and she had zero interest in doing any of the outfits that I wanted to do, which kind of upset me a little. But I was like, whatever, I'll just do whatever she wants to do, and next year we could do my idea. So I was like, okay, how about this year you choose the Halloween, and I'll do it next year. And she chooses, like, an angel and a devil. She does, like, this devil outfit, and I do an angel outfit. And I don't think it looks good, but she does, so whatever. And then we go to her campus and just walk around. And then she wants to go to a frat party with me again, but all the frats are closed for Halloween, I guess. And I didn't really want to do a frat party anyway, to be honest. TBH, short for to be honest, use that. And later that day, I had a Halloween party with my club, and I was like, you want to come? And she was like, sure. So she comes. I think I changed. Oh, wait, no, this was not later that day. This was a different day, I believe. And I dress up as a character from the video game Deadlock. And I get her to do a different outfit because the devil wouldn't really match anything. And so I made, like, I kind of workshopped the angel devil outfit, and she doesn't know who that is, but whatever. I kind of workshopped that together, and I thought it turned out pretty well. And then we go to the party, and ever since that party, I could tell there was something up. Like, she was kind of phoning it in from that day onwards. Anyway, my club has a big event going on. It's my first time ever doing something like that, and I invite her because it's my girlfriend. And she scheduled something the day before, like a sleepover with one of her friends from high school. I'm like, okay. And then the next day, the day of my event, she's like, I'm gonna stay here and not come to your event. That pissed me off. That was the most angry I've ever been, I think, ever, about anything. And honestly, I don't think you can blame me. Like, that was obviously important to me. And she just blew me off so she could have a sleepover with their friend and her boyfriend, which she mentioned, by the way, which I thought was strange. And then apparently so what happened is she skipped my event, and then apparently she felt so bad about it that she went home later that day after the event was over. That's how bad she felt. She waited till it was over and then she went home. And then our fourth anniversary was coming up. I was really upset though, but I had already set a reservation for a rage room because she had been talking a lot about wanting to go to a rage room, and I was like, I was gonna surprise her with it because she kept talking about it, and I thought it would be fun for us to do. But I didn't even want to do it anymore. But I'd already spent like $100-something bucks, and I get like $400 free a month. Yeah, I get $400 to do what I want with a month, and I spent a quarter of that on her, and I was like, I'm not gonna let this go to waste. So I it was probably unwise, but I go and get her, and then we go to the rage room. I barely say anything because I know that if I talk, I'm gonna be upset. And then she could tell I'm upset, but she doesn't say anything. And then we go to, after the rage room, we go to Sonic's. You know, the drive-in diner. So upset. And then she starts trying to apologize to me at Sonic's drive-in diner. And I don't know, whatever she said, I don't even remember what she said. But I guess to me in that moment, it didn't sound genuine. I don't know if it was or not, but to me, it didn't sound genuine. And I just got really upset, and I might have crashed out a little bit. I was like, you kind of, I do remember the main thing I said, which is that she kind of broke my trust by doing that, and that like she would need to rebuild that trust because she really hurt me when she did that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take you home because I don't want to like be near you right now. Anyway, I take her home, and then she's like, do you want to come inside and talk? And I'm like, sure. And she's like, I think we should break up. And I like, for a while I've been thinking like maybe it'd be better if we broke up, because it doesn't seem like she's really in it anymore. But at the same time, I don't want to be alone. Because, you know, this person, I had talked to her about pretty much anything for a while up until we got to college, and I didn't want to lose that. So I go into recovery mode. I was really mad. I don't know. I was really mad, and then I had to like switch modes to recovery mode so that I could try to save what was left. And I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's take like a break for like a week, and then at the end of the week we'll see what happens. So we go into this break, but a week's a long time, I guess, for me, and I couldn't handle it because I'm pathetic, I guess. So I start texting her, and I'm like, can we talk? Something along those lines. I needed to talk to her because I was thinking very hard for about 4 or 5 days, maybe 3. I don't remember. I don't have the text messages anymore to fact check myself. But what am I taking damage to? Okay, whatever. I'm not doing that. Anyway, 4 or 5 days into the break, I realized, like, I can't do this. This is too stressful. I don't know if she's gonna break up with me at the end of this week, and the stress is too much to handle. So I'm like, can we talk? And I go and meet her at her dorm on some day. I don't know what day it was. But we get there and we go to the lounge because her roommate was in her room. And we start talking, and she's just like, she just starts listing a bunch of things that I was doing wrong. Like I didn't hold the door open for her anymore, and I didn't get her flowers as often as she'd like, and I didn't post her online. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I think most of those you could have just asked. And like, I do open the door for her. And most of the, I'm gonna be extra honest. Most of these problems, they rooted from the start of the relationship, because for some reason at the start of the relationship she wanted everything to be a big secret, and I didn't I didn't feel like I could do the stuff that I wanted to do, so I just pushed it out of my brain. Maybe that's me making excuses, I don't know, but I just pushed doing that stuff out of my brain because it would draw too much attention, and she didn't want attention. But now she was coming out all mad at me about all the stuff that I don't do. I think those are the 3 things that I remember, because they were so dumb in my opinion. Maybe to the person, the one Binding of Isaac fan who's for some reason still watching this video, maybe you're gonna hear that and you're like, dude, you were in the wrong there. What are you talking about? And that's what you're saying to me, but I can't hear you, so it doesn't really matter. If you leave a comment, then I'll be able to hear you. But anyway, I thought those excuses were really dumb for wanting to end a relationship. And oh wait, let's rewind. This wasn't the first thing that was revealed to me. Okay, so during the break, she posted photos on her story of her at the beach. We do not live on a coast. Neither of us live on the coast. So I'm like, huh? Anyway, it's important context because, oh, and remember that bop thing that my friend said earlier when she wanted to go to all these frat parties. Okay, just keep that in mind, because that's what's in my mind going into this. Well, it's not in my mind at the moment, but when this next thing gets said to me, then it enters my mind. So before we talk, we go to a dining hall on her campus, and I'm guessing I didn't hold the door open for her because she had to grasp at that straw to find a reason to be upset at me. Anyway, we go in there and she starts talking about how she was over the break. And I ask her how, like what she thought about over the break. And she said she didn't think of me at all. Like, she said, I didn't really think about you. That hurt. That felt like getting stabbed in the gut. That was crazy. I don't know why. Oh my god. I'm over it now. It's not that, I mean, it's still upsetting, but I'm not like beat up over it anymore. But man, that sucked. I don't know why you would say that. I don't know. Maybe she just wanted me to be upset so she can find something else to get mad at me over. Anyway, she told me that over the short break, she went on a retreat with some club that she's not a member of. and she went with those exchange students that I brought up earlier. And I'm like, huh, that's strange. You're not a part of this club. It's like the surf club, so that's why they went to a beach, and it was like a weekend retreat. Anyway, She was like, yeah, I had some beer. She had never drunk it before. So thinking about it, this retreat, these things like get planned out. I've been on a couple retreats now. These things get planned out meticulously in advance. So that means she had probably been planning on going on this retreat for at least 2 weeks, at the very least 2 weeks. All the retreats that I've been on, we've had like a month and a half to plan it. So she had to have at least 2 weeks that she would know she would be going on this trip, and she didn't really care to inform me. Not only that, she's not a part of this club that she's going with. Not only that, she goes there and gets drunk for the first time with a bunch of people she doesn't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how that sounds to you, the one person listening. That sounds fishy to me. Can I be honest? That doesn't sound right. It sounds pretty wrong, actually. It sounds super suspicious.
Something's wrong.
Anyway, she tells me that she had one beer on this trip, and I'm kind of upset, but I'm like, I don't want the relationship to end, so I'm just like, okay,
I can see forever.
because you know I'm a pathetic chud and I don't want to be alone. But anyway, let's go back to when we were at the lounge area in the dorm. She starts bringing up all this stuff that I did, like not buy her enough flowers and not holding open the door, and whatever the third thing was, not posting her online enough. I barely post online, by the way. I don't post anything. Anyway, I had written out this like giant list of things that I liked about her, and can I be honest, it was kind of hard to write out a bunch of things I liked about her, because I couldn't, like, there were things I liked about her. I wouldn't have stayed with her for so long if there weren't things I liked about her, but there were also a lot of things that I wished that she could be, and that made it hard to write a list of things that I liked. TBH, that means to be honest, by the way, for those not in the know. But yeah, like I just, there were a lot of things I desired that she didn't have. Like she didn't share any of my interests, and it was really hard to get her to do something that I wanted to do. We always did whatever she wanted to do, because I could never get her to do anything I wanted to do. And if she did try to do anything I wanted to do, she would kind of phone it in. Not appreciated. Did not appreciate that. Anyway, I ended up writing a list of about like 67 things. Haha, funny 6-7 joke. And I was like, yeah, and you know, there's a lot more I could write, but you know, I didn't have a lot of time because it was only like 4 days. And yeah, I wrote out that list of things I liked about her, and I showed it to her to try to get her back, as you do. And it kind of worked. We didn't break up that day, but fall break was coming up. That was the day that the break was supposed to end, like the break in our relationship, I mean. And the day before, I go and pick her up, and she stays the night at my apartment, and I realize, like, she doesn't even want to touch me anymore. She does not want to interact with me. I come to that realization the next morning, and I get pretty upset because like I don't get it. Like, she didn't compliment me. She didn't want to kiss me or anything. She's like actively denying any advances I made. And that's when I realized like, oh. And also she kept making like strange comments about Bad Bunny, which was random. Like for some reason the Super Bowl got brought up, and you know Bad Bunny was doing the Super Bowl halftime show. And she was like, "Oh, I'm not watching the Super Bowl for football. I'm watching it for Bad Bunny." I'm like, okay, why are you telling me this? I don't need to know that. Anyway, I could tell that she did not really care for me at all anymore. It's turned into a whole story time video. Maybe I'll cut out the previous part. Doesn't really matter. We start driving back to where we both lived, like where we both came from, and during the car ride, I asked her, "Do you love me?" And she did not respond. And I start crying because I'm a little crybaby. Why didn't you respond? Why did you hesitate? Blah, blah, blah. And then over like the prior month and some change, I had been like, I need to make the first move and do something, because if this keeps happening to me, it's something I won't be able to handle it. I needed to be the one to take action, because I knew that I could not handle it if I don't know, if she broke up with me. I couldn't handle being surprised like that, even though it wouldn't have been that big of a surprise, I guess, but I knew I wouldn't be able to handle it. So I broke up with her in the car ride, and yeah, immediately I start regretting it, but can't really take it back. Not at that moment. And then it's the most awkward hour, the drive of my life, where I'm just sitting there crying the whole time. And then I drop her off, and a pathetic little chud, and I'm like, I say I love you to her before I go, and she doesn't respond. Oh my god, that's so cringe. Oh. Anyway. Oh. Yeah, so that happened. And then it was fall break, so I was home for like the next like probably 4 days or so. And I don't know, I didn't really want to do anything. I feel like that's probably normal. But my friends, they had planned like this bowling trip. And, you know, I don't want to... Well, okay, they had actually planned 2 things. And I didn't go to the first one because I knew that my ex would be there and I didn't really want to talk to her. And then I don't know what my stupid brain was thinking. I don't know what I was cooking up in my mind. It's probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done. But in my head, I was like, wait, maybe I could still salvage this. So I cook up a plan, and I ask her out again at the bowling alley because we had a bowling trip planned, and I don't remember why, but I said I wanted to talk to her, and I asked her out again because I'm a pathetic chud, and she doesn't answer at the bowling alley. And then afterwards we go to like this bar and play pool because you can play pool for like $1 at the bar. And while we're there, I just start feeling worse and worse, as one would probably do after doing that. And then I leave. And one of my friends actually ran out and chased me to my car before I left, and they're like, you know, you could always talk to me about anything, and I really appreciated that. That really that meant a lot to me. W cancer. Yeah. Anyway, that happened, and then a few days later, near the end of the break, she was like, yeah, no, as you'd probably expect. And then I blocked her on everything because I knew that if I didn't, I would just keep doing stupid things because I'm stupid. It's probably the smartest thing I did the whole time, blocking her. I unfollowed her on Instagram and stuff. And then I left the group chat that I was in because me and my high school friends, we had a group chat, and I already talked about this in the last video, so I don't need to go too into detail, but I don't want to be sitting there like thinking, oh, they're probably talking up a storm in the other group chat. They're probably having a whole lot of fun over there. Instead, I could just not worry about it, because I know for a fact that they're talking about stuff in another group chat, because it's the only group chat they have. That was my thought process. And honestly, I think that's pretty sound thought process. Yeah, but that kind of made me stop talking to my friends a little bit. I hadn't really had a lot of contact with them until this semester again. Anyway, that's how that happened. And then believe it or not, I don't like being alone, but not a lot I could do about that. So I was single from November to now, and I got over it in probably early February. And then I started thinking about how I could find a girlfriend. I feel so pathetic talking about this. Oh my god, I'm such a chud. It's like, I know in my mind this shouldn't be something I worry about so much, but I do. Because I don't want to be alone. But I know it's not something I should really be dwelling on. I don't know. Anyway, I don't really, like, I want to find a girlfriend, and I think about looking at like dating apps or something, but also like I feel like the kind of person that would use a dating app is not the kind of person that I want to be with. Like if I think about it, but also thinking about it, maybe they're just like me, and they're maybe like, I don't know. I guess I felt like I just wanted to have it happen naturally, like God intended. And it's actually a really good buff. It's actually crazy, but it's only when it's fully depleted, so I can't really use it. Anyway, I decide I'm just gonna let whatever happens happens, And then I already talked about that girl in my club. And now we're here. And now I don't really know what to do. I don't really know what to do at all. I feel like that was probably the best possible... I don't know, I guess... all 2 trinkets. Yeah, I feel like that was probably the best possible way things could have gone, and now they are off that track. And I don't think they're gonna get back on that track, TBH. That means to be honest, BT dubs. Who knows what the future holds? I know I'm probably just gonna keep doing what I've been doing, which is just like sitting there and letting whatever happens. And you know, it hasn't turned out too poorly for me so far. I think I'll stay friends with the person that I've been seeing, and I'm happy because we have a lot in common. And I would have been pretty upset if we stopped being friends completely. And I'm just glad that it ended the way that it did. Because if it ended another way, that probably would have been bad. Because, like, I never want to talk to my ex again. She, like, shattered my trust, and then... I don't know. She never ever explained anything. So I just have to speculate. But I have a feeling that she's always wanted more out of me than I had to give. Like, I feel like she wanted me to be a more mature person than I am. And I'm not... I'm still young. I'm not willing at this point in my life to become some super serious macho man with a big mustache and a big beard. But that's what she wanted out of me, and I'm not. Like, I'm still young. I'm not in any rush to grow up. I still have my childlike wonder. I still enjoy things, and I don't feel ashamed for enjoying the things I enjoy. I just feel like what I feel about the things I enjoy, I don't feel shame. I feel like, how do I put this? If I talk about the things I enjoy, I guess I'm afraid that people will react the same way my ex did, and that'll just not feel great, TBH. But I don't know. I'll probably split the video here, talk about something else. I don't know. Oh. Because I know that nobody wants to watch an hour-long video of me yapping about my relationship. Oh, hi. Okay, that's dumb. Moral of the story, don't be easy, I guess. Don't be like me. Because, you probably won't be happy with what happens. Unless it turns out well. But it didn't turn out great for me. At least I matured a little bit, and I'm happy for that. Because I know at the start of our relationship, I don't know what was wrong with me. I was I was unhinged. I was an unhinged child in high school as a freshman. But now I am just I'm hinged. I am hinged, and I don't freak out about things anymore. I'm a lot calmer as a person. I don't really know if that's because of her. Probably partially. But I can talk about my feelings instead of breaking down and crying like a pathetic baby. I'm not saying it's pathetic to cry, but to do it the way that I was as a freshman in high school, that was just sad. I can't believe people saw that and they're like, yeah, I'll be friends with that guy. I can't believe I had any friends in high school. That is so embarrassing. Maybe it's because maybe they never saw me. I don't know. I just thinking about it. It's terrible. Yeah, I'll talk about this. It's not like anybody's gonna watch this anyway. So, in freshman year of high school, it's a deep cut reference. Freshman year of high school. There was this girl. Her name was Ariana. I don't think it matters if I say her name because I haven't spoken to her in years, and I don't think anybody would know her. Nobody watching this knows me anyway, probably. Anyway, there was this girl. Her name was Ariana. I was easy. I just wanted a girlfriend because I was sad chud. I would have taken anything. So this girl, she starts talking to me a whole lot. And I'm like, oh, attention. I like that. And I start talking to her. But I'm too scared to make a move because, you know, I'm a pathetic little chud. And, I guess she gets tired of waiting and she just goes and finds some other boyfriend. Starts dating this guy named Raja. Not really a big Raja fan. I guess he's fine. I mean, he's not fine. He cheated on several of his girlfriends, but whatever. Anyway, I felt really betrayed. Even though that was partially my fault, because, like, why didn't I ask her out? I don't know. I know that we wouldn't have made a good match, though. Like, thinking about it now as a more mature person, wouldn't have gone well for me. It would have gone poorly. I think I could pull that stuff through the wall using the magnet. Let's find out. Anyway, so me and this girl, we don't end up dating, and then I guess that makes me afraid of like people leaving me for no reason. I still have that fear. Gives me a fear of people just leaving me for no reason. And I had a point to this. Oh yeah. It also made me really possessive, because or maybe I was just a possessive person before. I don't know. I honestly don't remember. I might have been possessive before, or maybe that experience made me more possessive, but point is I was possessive. Or maybe I was just I don't really know. Maybe it could have been me being possessive, or it could have been me not wanting to be alone. But my ex-girlfriend comes along and I ask her out, and then I want to be around her all the time. I don't know if that's normal. Probably not. I'm still kind of like that now. I want to be around the person I like all the time. I don't know if that's peculiar. It probably is. But anyway, in high school, I didn't have any friends, that I could sit and eat with during lunch. So I always wanted to sit with her. But if you remember earlier, she wanted to keep the relationship secret, I guess, or private. I don't know. It was weird, but basically the gist of it was she never sat with me. And so I was always alone doing stuff, and I didn't want to be alone. And I start freaking out because I'm a little chud. And I start crying and stuff. Like, this is a whole thing for like a few months. I don't even know why she kept dating me after that. But I just, like, I was probably a big burden on her. I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about being a burden later. But anyway. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. I remember I was standing right on the intersection between my class building and the lunch building, and I'm just sitting there bawling my eyes out, crying, and she's just like the calmest person ever. Like she's like my mom or something. And I guess she's always been like that. But it was really annoying to see her, like, I was real upset, and she was just calm as could be, talking to me like I was a baby. I don't know. Look at me.
Tears.
Yeah, I was crying like a baby. I was being really unreasonable. Wanted to spend time with her all the time. Basically, what happened was we decided to schedule days when we would eat together, and I guess that was enough for me. I don't really know. Eventually I worked through my problem. Kind of. I know that now I wouldn't freak out about that anymore. So I guess, yeah, I worked through it. I don't know really when it happened, but at some point I worked through that problem. It still kind of stays with me because when I like somebody, I want to be around them all the time, and I don't think that's really healthy for a relationship. TBH. That means to be honest, by the way, if you weren't paying attention. Yeah, but like, thinking about it logically, being around a person all the time is gonna make either you or them get annoyed of you, and then you're gonna want to break up. And that actually didn't happen in my relationship. I'm just saying that. That's just general advice. You can't really spend all your time with somebody until later in the relationship when they're kind of used to the annoying stuff you do. And also, you need to have some time apart as well. Like, I don't think you should ever be with a person all the time, because then that'll just lead to resentment. I think. My humble opinion. My humble correct opinion. BT dubs. I think I'll fight Isaac. I'm not getting those. What time is it? I've been playing for almost... I've been playing an hour and a half. Might be coming down with something. Maybe it's my weakened immune system from being emotionally distressed. I don't know. Um, what was I just talking about a second ago? Because I can't remember. Oh, lucky penny. I don't remember the point of that last story I was telling. I guess it was just to characterize me as pathetic, as I was. I don't think I'm pathetic now. I think I'm... Oh, maybe a little bit, but I'm not like... Start freaking out pathetic. I'm just... lonely pathetic. And... Oh, a little too much. I don't know, I can't really milk this topic anymore at the moment. I can't think of anything to say. But there is something I wanted to say earlier, and it was talking about being a burden. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm a little bit of a burden on the people around me. It doesn't mean I'm gonna kill myself or anything. I like being alive. But I'm not gonna say I don't feel like I exert a tax on the people around me. I'm pretty sure I do. And I don't like that that's the case. I already have both the key pieces. I didn't need to do that. Key penny. I don't know. I feel like the people in my life, they sometimes have to go out of their way for me, and I don't like that that's the case. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I guess basically what I'm trying to say is I don't like feeling like people have to be... I don't know, man. I guess, for example, when me and this girl went on a date, I felt like I was not pulling my weight. She said it was fine, but I don't think it was. And I don't know, I feel like I was just kind of... I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I would like it if somebody could be a burden on me. You know, sometimes people, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I like when people rely on me. And I would rather... Huh. Oh, hi. I would rather people rely on me than them have to do stuff for me. Oh, if I get hit again, I'm dead. This is bad. Okay. I feel like I'm talking in circles now. Luckily we're still here. Depending on the length of the video, I could come up with something later. But luckily for whoever is here, this video will probably end soon. And I'll be done yapping. And then I'll be able to go to bed. Sorry? Okay. the whole reason I was making this video is so I can fall asleep. If I get all these thoughts out in the world, I can fall asleep. That would be nice. Because I try to go to sleep at 9. And it is now 12:11. No, it's past that now. Last time I checked, it was 12:11. I know what I could talk about. I don't think I fully understand how relationships are supposed to work. I mean, this last little dating phase thing was actually really helpful for me. Because, as I said before, I didn't really date my ex-girlfriend before we started officially like going out. We kind of just started, and then we continued to not go on dates because she had to keep it a big secret, and that was really annoying to me. So going on dates is actually pretty helpful. I recommend that, because then you can learn more about the person without having a super big commitment. And you can decide how you feel. But I don't really know how you go about getting more of those. I don't really know how. I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience. I will say, it did feel kind of lonely, even though I knew that this person liked me. It did still feel kind of lonely, because when I was with my ex, we would text every day. Well, before college. But we used to text every day, and we could just text each other whenever, and it wasn't like bothering the person to text them. But when you're dating, like before you officially start like being boyfriend and girlfriend, it's different. You can't, well, I don't think you can. I didn't, because I thought it would be too awkward. But not awkward. Awkward's not the word I'm looking for. I think more what I'm looking for is, let's think here. Overbearing. That's a good word. I didn't want to feel overbearing. So, in a relationship, I want to be able to talk to the person I'm with whenever. That's like one of the big things that kind of bummed me out a little. Oh, I got lasered. Oh my god, I hate this boss. No coin. I'm gonna die soon. I'm gonna die. I can sense it already. Something terrible's gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be really upset about it. No coin. There we go. We're so back. Oh wait, that's where the boss room is. The door. Oh, wait, thanks, man. I guess before this video's over, I can round it out. I can conclude something. So earlier I said that girl said, nah, that ain't working. That's fine if that's what she wants. But if she ever changes her mind, I know I'm not gonna be with anybody. The chances of that happening are like non-existent. So who knows what could happen? Maybe things will change for me. But if it doesn't, that's okay. I'm not upset with the way things are currently. And I'm not like happy with it, but I know it'll be fine. And I think we could still be friends. Which is more than I could say for my ex-girlfriend. I'm just glad things turned out the way they did. Because it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot more uncomfortable. And it could have been a really weird in my club for the rest of my time that I would be in that club. Which would probably be until I graduated. Oh, I better not die here. If I die here, I'll be really upset. I could go fight Mega Satan. Whatever happens, happens. Can you drop a coin, please? I don't want that. Coin. Okay, I could go fight the boss. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll shred it. Let's see. I really just want to go to bed now. I'm glad I made this video because I got all my thoughts out and I can go to sleep and I probably won't think of anything else that needs to be said. If you ever have anything to talk about, maybe you should give this a try. It's pretty good for getting thoughts out. I'm kind of cooking Satan right now. Why are you going to the corner? I can't tell what's going on. Let's give Delirium a try. Okay, looks like there's more to this video, guys. Don't worry. Oh, there's something else to talk about. What do you want to hear about? I guess I could tell you about something that I struggle with. So, I sometimes get like mood swings, I guess. That's how I would describe it. I don't really know if that's actually what it is. All I know is that some days I just wake up and I'm really sad and I don't really want to do anything. I don't know what that is. But yeah, that happens to me sometimes. And so this has happened to me for years, by the way. Anyway, in high school, because apparently that's the only place anything ever happens. You know, I haven't really gotten in a lot of drama in college, thankfully, and I'm glad, because that would have been really stressful. But in high school, I keep talking about this wingman. Well, it was actually a wing lady, and it was my ex's like best friend at the time, and I'm realizing that I messed things up for my ex doing that, so it's kind of on me. It's my bad, pimp. But I was in one of those moods. Honestly, it had been going on for a few days at that point, I think. And the wing person, she just would not stop bothering me, and it was so annoying, and I was not in the mood to just deal with that. And she kept like, I don't know, she kept pestering me about things, and I just generally was not happy about it. And so I sent my girlfriend at the time, I sent her a text like, Katie, her name is Katie, it doesn't matter, nobody watching this knows who Katie is. Anyway, like, Katie is being such a brat, because like she kept acting entitled about something, or I don't know. Anyway, Katie saw the message on my girlfriend's phone, and all of a sudden it was a whole thing, and Katie suddenly hated me now. I don't blame her. What I said was rude, and it was not really called for, at least as far as I remember. And I never really spoke to Katie again after that. I did send her an apology, but she didn't believe me when she thought that my girlfriend told me to make that apology, which she did not. I just felt really bad about it. I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die. Being alive was nice while it lasted. Don't laser me. Don't laser me. Oh my god. Wait, I can't believe I survived that. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that happened, and then she started being friends with that other girl I was talking about that had a crush on me. Presumably. And then I never asked her out. You remember. You have a brain. Anyway. They kind of stopped being friends soon after that, and that's kind of probably entirely my fault. I still feel bad about that. Anyway, I'm tired now, and I don't have anything else I want to talk about, so I'm gonna go to bed. I don't think anybody's gonna watch this far, and you know what? That's okay, because I don't really care. Thanks for watching if you're here, and goodbye.